Do you ever feel like you're constantly battling your own mind? Like anxiety is a relentless shadow, no matter what you try? You've read the books, maybe tried therapy, perhaps even medication, yet that underlying hum of unease persists. You're not alone in feeling this frustration. Millions experience anxiety daily, and for many, the conventional approaches simply aren't delivering the lasting relief they desperately seek. It's a cycle of managing symptoms, not truly resolving the core issue. Today, we're going to challenge everything you thought you knew about anxiety. We're going to uncover why traditional methods often fall short and introduce you to a powerful, often overlooked paradigm shift. This isn't about quick fixes, it's about understanding your body's deepest mechanisms. This is about a nervous system hack that can fundamentally change your relationship with anxiety. For too long, anxiety has been primarily viewed as a purely psychological or mental health condition. We're told it's about our thoughts, our beliefs, or our past experiences. While these certainly play a role, they often aren't the root cause. Traditional treatments frequently miss the mark because they fail to address the true origin of chronic anxiety. They treat the branches, but not the roots of the tree. The real culprit, the fundamental driver of persistent anxiety, is often nervous system dysregulation. Anxiety, at its core, is a physiological problem, not just a mental one. It's a signal from a nervous system that's stuck in overdrive, constantly perceiving threat even when none exists. Your body is reacting as if it's in danger, even if your mind knows you're safe. The autonomic nervous system, or ANS, is the unconscious control center of your body. It regulates vital functions like heart rate, breathing, and digestion. It also houses the famous fight-or-flight response. When the ANS becomes chronically overactive or imbalanced, it leads to a state of constant alert. This persistent state of hyperarousal is what we experience as anxiety. It's your body's alarm system stuck in the on position. This dysregulation manifests in a cascade of uncomfortable symptoms. You might experience a racing heart, pounding in your chest, or a feeling of breathlessness. Your breathing might become shallow and rapid, leaving you feeling constantly on edge. Racing thoughts, an inability to focus, and a pervasive sense of dread are common mental manifestations. You might feel restless, irritable, or have difficulty sleeping. These are all signs of a nervous system that's out of balance. It's not just in your head. It's a very real, physical response to a perceived threat that your nervous system can't differentiate from an actual one. Understanding this distinction is the first step towards true relief. Let's be clear. Traditional anxiety treatments have their place and can be incredibly helpful for many. However, it's crucial to understand their limitations, especially when dealing with nervous system dysregulation. Medication, for instance, often excels at managing symptoms. Antidepressants and anti-anxiety drugs can reduce the intensity of panic attacks or lower general anxiety levels. They can provide much-needed temporary relief. However, medication typically doesn't address the underlying nervous system dysregulation. It's like putting a bandage on a wound without cleaning it first. The symptoms might subside, but the root cause remains unaddressed. Once medication is stopped, the nervous system often reverts to its previous dysregulated state, and anxiety symptoms return. This can lead to a cycle of dependence or a feeling of never truly being free. Talk therapy, such as cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT, is invaluable for processing thoughts and emotions. It helps us identify unhelpful thought patterns and develop coping strategies. It teaches us to challenge our perceptions. But while talk therapy can help us understand our anxiety, it may not be enough to calm a hyperactive ANS. You can logically understand that you're safe, but if your body is still in fight or flight mode, that understanding won't fully translate into calm. These approaches often treat the symptoms without tackling the core issue of a dysregulated nervous system. They provide tools for managing the anxiety experience, but they don't always reset the physiological state that generates it. This isn't to say they are useless. They are vital pieces of the puzzle for many. But for lasting, profound relief, we need to go deeper. We need to directly communicate with the nervous system itself. So what is this nervous system hack we're talking about? It's a revolutionary approach that shifts the focus from managing symptoms to directly influencing and regulating your nervous system. It's about teaching your body to feel safe again. This hack acknowledges that your nervous system is highly adaptable and trainable. It can learn to be stuck in fight or flight, and it can also learn to return to a state of calm and balance. It's about conscious, intentional regulation. Instead of just talking about your anxiety or medicating its effects, we're going to explore methods that speak the language of your nervous system. We're going to give it the signals it needs to downregulate and find peace. This isn't about willpower or positive thinking alone. It's about leveraging your body's innate capacity for self-regulation. It's about tapping into the powerful mechanisms that govern your internal state. The goal is to move beyond mere symptom management and cultivate a nervous system that is resilient, balanced, and capable of returning to a state of calm, even in the face of stress. This is true, lasting relief. Now, let's dive into the practical techniques that form the core of this nervous system hack. These are actionable strategies you can begin implementing today to start rewiring your body's response to stress. One of the most powerful tools is specific breathwork exercises. Your breath is the remote control for your nervous system. Slow, deep, diaphragmatic breathing directly activates the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is your rest and digest system. It counteracts the fight-or-flight response, lowering heart rate, relaxing muscles, and promoting a sense of calm. Simple breathing patterns can profoundly shift your state. Techniques like box breathing or 4-7-8 breathing are incredibly effective. They send clear signals to your brain that you are safe, allowing your body to downregulate from a state of alarm. Consistent practice builds resilience. Mindfulness and meditation practices also play a crucial role. These aren't just about relaxation, they cultivate present moment awareness. By focusing on the here and now, you reduce the tendency for your mind to race into anxious future scenarios or dwell on past worries. Mindfulness helps you observe your thoughts and sensations without judgment, creating a healthy distance from them. This practice gradually reduces the overthinking and rumination that fuel anxiety. It teaches your nervous system to be less reactive. Another fascinating area is vagal nerve stimulation. The vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve, connecting your brain to many vital organs. It's a key player in the parasympathetic nervous system. Gentle stimulation of the vagus nerve can promote relaxation and reduce inflammation. Simple practices like humming, gargling, or even splashing cold water on your face can activate this powerful nerve. These are direct pathways to calm. Finally, comprehensive lifestyle changes are non-negotiable for long-term nervous system health. These are the foundational pillars that support your body's ability to regulate itself. Prioritizing quality sleep is paramount. A well-rested nervous system is a resilient nervous system. Aim for consistent sleep schedules and create a calming bedtime routine. Nourishing your body with a balanced diet rich in whole foods supports brain and gut health, which are intimately connected to nervous system function. Reduce processed foods, sugar, and excessive caffeine. Regular physical exercise is a powerful stress reliever. It helps discharge pent-up energy and chemicals associated with the fight-or-flight response. Even a brisk walk can make a significant difference. Effective stress management techniques, beyond what we've already discussed, are also vital. This includes setting boundaries, learning to say no, and engaging in hobbies that bring you joy and relaxation. These practices reduce the overall burden on your nervous system. This approach provides practical tips and exercises for immediate implementation. You don't need to wait. You can start applying these techniques today and begin to feel a difference. This is about empowering you with tools you can use anytime, anywhere. Imagine having a roadmap to lasting relief, a clear path to understanding and transforming your anxiety. This isn't about suppressing symptoms. It's about cultivating a nervous system that naturally defaults to calm. Our aim is to provide a fresh perspective on anxiety, one that empowers you to take a holistic and more effective approach. This is a solution that goes beyond mere symptom management. It addresses the underlying physiological imbalances fueling your anxiety. You have the power to influence your nervous system. You have the capacity to heal and find true, sustainable peace. This is your invitation to step into a new understanding of anxiety and reclaim your calm.